You know the words. And when I got to school, all the kids, they thought I smelled like, well, sulfur and whatnot. And at first, they didn't really like me. They called me names. They called me sticky eggs and, you know, other hurtful things. But I learned to embrace it. You know, I would strut to school with my swampy bottoms, dripping. And people, they saw that I was happy. I knew who I was. And they started to embrace that. And then it became a trend. All the kids wanted swampy bottoms. A lot of sogginess, a lot of infections down there, but it became cool. And I think, Cassie, if you learn to embrace this part of your heritage, then people will come to like it as well.
In fact, you know, I fell in love with his soggy bottom in high school. You can meet the man of your dreams. Just let people know that you're taxiderming your grandmother.
All right, you convinced me. Let's do it.
I can't believe it. A chicken? A real live chicken?
Oh, yeah. We're going to pick him up tomorrow. I can't wait.
That's amazing. Tell me the whole story. I want to hear the whole story.
All right. Here's how it all happened. I was holding my ticket. I had just paid $5. $5 for this chicken raffle. And I was sure there was no chance that I would win a chicken. And so I was kind of hovering around the back. And, you know, potlucks, everybody stands around those tables with all the dishes on them, and I was behind everybody, and I was thinking, there's no chance, there's no chance. And then they started reading off my numbers, one by one. 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting excited at that point because there's only 2 numbers left. And there they were, 8 and 3 again. And then I didn't believe it at first, and I had to pinch myself. And I said, it's me! I got the chicken! And there I was. I just plowed through all the ladies in front of the potluck table, and I went right up in front. And there, Reverend Jack was there, and he handed me my certificate for a live chicken.
Oh, I can't believe it!
This means so much.
Feel like this. Oh.
May I pass?
Yes, please come in.
Thank you. It's me, Reverend Jack.
Well,
Reverend Jack.
Yes.
Yeah.
we were just talking about how excited we were about the live chicken that Emma won.
Yes, the live chicken. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you two. The chicken's alive, but it's lost.
What do you mean?
We have lost the chicken. We thought we had closed the cage, but indeed we did not. It escaped, and we only found this, a single feather. It's white, like a chicken. We couldn't find any other clues. There were no footprints of a chicken. There were no footprints of a human that might have taken the chicken. All we know is that God removed that chicken from my grasp and thus from yours as well.
Reverend Jack, this is very troubling news. I was just telling Ned how much this means to us.
I know.
We've been down on our luck for so long, and this was the one thing that really brightened our world.
I know, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but don't worry, the town will gather round and look for this chicken for you. I promise we will find it.
Thank you.
Don't despair.
Thank you for letting us know, Reverend.
Of course.
I guess it was foolish of me to even think that our luck might turn around. I guess I've never brought you nothing but bad luck, huh, Emma?
Now, Ned, don't talk that way.
Well, remember last year when you won the hog? That went missing too.
I know, and it never showed up.
Year before that, when you won that pet pit bull, missing.
We only found the one hair.
Ned, that's not your fault. You had nothing to do with the disappearances of all of those animals. You were sitting here the whole time. You had nothing to do with it.
It is no one's fault, certainly not the church's either. All I'm saying is that we will gather together as a town, and we will find this for you. We all care for you.
Well, that means a lot to me, Reverend. And I'll tell you, if we find that chicken, when we find that chicken, I want to make it the most brilliant and beautiful coop. I want to dress it up with all kinds of pretty flowers, and I want to paint it. I want to make it real pretty.
Emma, I don't know how you manage to keep your spirits up at a low time like this.
Well, Ned, I'm just on the edge. I could start crying at any minute.
No, Emma, don't do that. I mean, isn't that what we learn from the Bible, Reverend? We learn that just when your last chicken is gone, that's when you need to give up all of your worldly ambitions and trust that the good Lord will protect us.
Yes, Corinthians 4:92.
You're so right, Ned. You know, when I first fell in love with you, it was that optimism, that glint of hope in your eyes that really just made my heart flutter.
I tell you, Emma, I promise you right now, here before that representative of God, I promise you that I am going to somehow make your life the beautiful thing I said it would be when you accepted me. I know it hasn't worked out yet, but we're going to stick together, Emma, because I need you. And I am boastful enough to think that you might need me too.
Oh, Ned, I need you. I love you, and I would be just destitute without you.
Well, I say we go out right now and start looking for that chicken.
Where's that hair? I mean, that feather.
Here you are.
Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to find that chicken, Ned. Come hell or high water. Sorry, Reverend.
Hell is a word we say all the time.
Come on, man.
Jim,
Marianne,
you're back.
hi. Yeah,
Wow, you look so good.
thanks. I got these seeds in Zimbabwe, and, well, I got them from a shaman, and he told me that they work best when planted under a full moon, so.
Wow, you went all the way to Zimbabwe. I got your letters.
Yeah, well, after we broke up, Marianne, I just needed a little time.
It was a year.
Yeah, I know. Right after Halloween last year, when we didn't make our nut on the pumpkin patch, and you broke up with me because I said I wasn't ready to commit to marriage. Well, I had to get out of town. I needed to find myself.
I
But-
found... Go on.
Well, when I was there, I saw a lot of things. And I learned a lot, and I did some soul searching, but on nights like this, well, I'd go out and I'd stare at the moon, and I'd wonder if you were back home, staring up at that same moon.
I was.
And I realized that I am ready to commit to you now. And, well, if you'll take me back and forgive me,
There's nothing to forgive. I want you back. I looked up at that moon every night, and I wondered what you were doing in Zimbabwe. And I thought if I could only find my way there, but I don't know where it is on a map. So I was hoping you'd come back. I stayed.
it's on the east coast of Africa.
I don't even know where that is. But I waited, and I wrote you back, and I put Zimbabwe, wherever that is, on the envelope.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you that I was back in town. I was going to stop by your place tomorrow, but what brings you out to our farm this late at night?
Well, I come to this farm every night, and I guess last night I heard you were back, and I thought if I was going to find you, it would be here. But I came back here every single night because I knew that this had to keep going, and I wanted it to be perfect for you when you got back.
This is like music to my ears. I'm gonna grow these special pumpkins, and we're gonna make more money. What Dennis has got this idea to bring stereo. Oh, you got it, Dennis.
Every night.
It's me! What do you think about the makeup?
Oh, you scared me half to death.
Yeah, this is the makeup for the show for the
It's
kids.
real.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I almost had a heart attack.
I put oatmeal and patches of strawberry jam. It looks wonderful.
That smells terrible.
The kids are gonna love. Oh, Marianne.
Come on, you knew I was here. You just scared me half to death.
Yeah, she was just telling me how she used to come here every night.
Yeah. It's really good to see you.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
Jim's back.
He sure is.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it's really exciting.
I know. You know, I'd come here every night hoping he was going to be back.
I know.
And we have great news. She said that, well, I told her that I was ready to settle down and commit. And she told me that she was open to that. We're going to get back together. And once we make all the money on this pumpkin patch, we'll have enough to have the fanciest wedding that Aardvark, Alabama has ever seen.
Isn't that exciting?
And we'll get married right here.
Yes.
Right here.
Right here when we finish growing these pumpkins. Isn't that exciting, Dennis?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Dennis, you can get out of character now. You look a little dead.
It's the,
It's
my
very
foot hurts. I'm walking around with the kids and helping them trick or treat and all. It's good to see you, though, Mary. Congratulations to you two.
Let's grow some pumpkins.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so the instructions here said that you have to inject it with formaldehyde. Okay. It says, be sure not to hit an artery. Okay.
Here's the formaldehyde. Now what do we do?
I think I'm gonna open some windows.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, so it says right here that you're supposed to inject evenly across the corpse, being careful not to hit an artery. Simple enough, right?
Oh, Grandma!
Oh,
I can't do it!
Marla, come here. It's okay.
I love her so much!
Mom, it's okay. You'll always have her here.
I only wish there was a way that she weren't dead. If only there was a way to bring her back to life.
Okay. So she's gone, but we can make her look lifelike again. It even says we can replace her eyeballs with balls of glass.
Oh! Honey, I think I need you to do this by yourself.
No, this was supposed to be a family thing, right? We're supposed to do it together.
I didn't know it was going to be so painful. I mean, can you imagine if this were me on the table and you were having to do it?
Marla, just
Don't smile.
think about how full of a life that your grandma had. I mean,
102 years old.
yeah, Shirley, why don't you tell us a story about her so we can, get to know her better?
It'll be easier this way. You know, Grandma was born in a very far-off country called Zanikia. Somewhere in East Africa, but I'm not exactly sure where. It was hard times there, and she, as a 12-year-old, and this was almost 100 years ago, 90-something years ago, and she, by herself, jumped on a boat and came to America.
You've never told us this story before.
Well, it's time now.
And then what happened?
The boat trip was hard. She almost didn't survive. She came down with some horrible illness, and she almost died except for the help of some strange man. She never knew who he was, but he helped her on that boat stay alive. And when she got off, she was adopted basically by a family. And she found that she had a wonderful talent. As you know, you've heard her. She was a great, great operatic singer. Oh, and she was gorgeous, and the men loved her. They just loved her. And she loved them too. A lot. But she lived such a great life, and she was a role model to me. My own mom was not like her mother, but I like to think that I am. She was a spunky, spunky, sassy lady. And she looked a lot like you.
Like me?
Yeah, she had the red hair. I miss her a lot. She kept sharp until the end.
Isn't there an old photograph of her around here somewhere?
Yeah, I keep it with the formaldehyde.
Let me get a good look at that.